quick question for you. How are you navigating this crazy digital age you're in? And it seems like AI has just 10x the amount of information that's actually available to us. Now, every Tom, Dick, and Harry has something to share, you know. How are you navigating this space where it seems like there's a ton of information online? If you don't know what you're doing, you don't know who you are, you don't know what you're trying to create, you will literally be lost in how to navigate this. Like, who do I listen to? Who do I trust to be my guide in this age? Who do I trust to be my teacher? What teachings can I start tapping into that can actually change the way that I show up and help me create more of what I want? How do you navigate this age? I'm going to be sharing with you a powerful technique that I learned from one of my teachers. 3 questions that you can be asking yourself every single time before you tap into and decide to listen to a particular teacher or follow certain teachings, whatever industry you're tapping into. 3 questions you can ask yourself to really gain clarity on whether to follow along with this teacher and these teachings, or just let it go and leave it for whoever that teaching is meant for. Because not all this information is meant for you and your unique soul path. And if you're not aware of who you are and what you're here to do, it's very easy to get lost in other people's truth and forget your own truth. So I'm going to be sharing with you 3 questions you can ask yourself to just help you gain clarity and help you be more discerning in what you're choosing to tap into. But first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Eva. I'm an intuitive healer. I work with 2 modalities. One which is based on working with the Akashic because it's called Soul Element. So Soul Element is all about helping you connect to your true identity, your true soul identity, connect you to your authenticity and what you're here to create and how you're here to create and whatever is actually blocking you from creating that. And the second modality is called Quantum Flow. Is all about the rewiring of your nervous system. Most people don't know that a lot of the trauma that they've encountered throughout their life is actually not just recorded within their mind as their memory, it's also recorded within the body, in their nervous system. And how they show up in the world is actually largely affected by the nervous system, which is actually connected to their unconscious mind. Quantum Flow, we're actually using techniques such as breathwork, sound, and movement to help you release these memories, this trauma, these wounds that are no longer representative of who you want to be. But again, more on these 2 modalities at the end of this video, so make sure you tune in if you want to actually understand how these modalities can be a game changer for your growth, your healing, your transformational journey. So let's get back to my topic for today, discernment, and how you can use these 3 powerful questions to help you navigate this digital age. Okay, so first of all, the first question I normally ask myself whenever I'm tapping into something is, does it feel simple for me? Because again, ton of information online. Okay, so you click on a video, you're listening to that, and it kind of sounds like it's just too out there. It's freaking complicated. Because trust me, we live in an age where anybody can, as long as you have a camera, you have access to the internet, you have an account, you can record your video and share your ideas and just post it online and all of that. And if you're not careful, you don't know who you are and what you're about and what you're trying to create, you can get tapped into or sucked into some other person's perspective that actually doesn't serve your highest being. It sounds complicated because it's not meant for you. Here's how I actually determine this for myself. The kind of information that I'm currently dealing with the soul element, quantum flow, all of that, and so much information that I'm able to actually be in alignment with right now and truly understand and take it as my own truth. If you had introduced me to this information 5 years ago, 10 years ago, before I began my journey, I would have thought you were crazy. It would have seemed so freaking complicated for me. Because that information, now, here's what I want you to navigate and really use this as a tool. Does it feel simple? It wasn't simple for me because it's not like these ideologies have not been in existence for millennia. They've been there, but I wasn't ready to receive them. Some of the information that I'm tapping into right now, had you told me or shared with me 10 years ago, 8 years ago, 7 years ago, I would have thought you were crazy because it just sounded so freaking complicated. But because I've worked on my vibration, raising my vibration, working on my enlightenment, tapping into all of these things, I've gotten to a level where, yes, it's still complicated depending on who's tapping into, but because I'm now in alignment, a vibrational alignment to this information, it's easy for me to receive, it's easy for me to understand. So if you're ever tapping into something and it just seems so freaking complicated, here's what I want you to do, okay? If it doesn't feel simple for you and it feels like your entire body is just rejecting it, just remember, probably chances are you're first of all not in alignment with that information for the moment, because later on you might find once you've built a bigger way or a higher way of understanding, you'll be able to receive that information. Okay, so if it doesn't feel simple, like you just can't seem to comprehend, even if someone is talking to you in English, then that information is not for you at this moment. So maybe check in a couple of months or years later. And funny thing is that if you've been doing your inner work, you'll get to a point where that information doesn't sound so complicated for you. But if you're tapping into right now and it just seems like your mind cannot wrap your hand around it, let it go. It's not for you at this moment. Don't dive into that, because that will be a waste of your time. So does it feel simple for me? Can I actually, this is a question that one of my friends actually helped me to really get in touch with the work and explain to people the kind of work that I do. Can you explain it simply to our 5-year-old? Because if a 5-year-old can't understand you, which is weird, right? But if a 5-year-old can't understand you, so if it doesn't feel simple for you, let it go. It's not the information, or it's not the right moment for you to receive that information. Second question you can ask yourself is, does it feel safe? By safe, I don't mean does it feel comfortable. Because essentially, if information is supposed to help you change your current mode of operation, it's never going to feel safe for you, because this is something you've never tapped into, something you never tried. So obviously for your mind, it won't feel safe. It will feel slightly uncomfortable. So I want you to really know the difference. By safe, I mean, as it feels, there's a way you can actually tell, because your body has a way of responding. If your body is tightening up, this is the best way I can explain it. If your body feels like it's kind of wanting to contract itself to this information, and you're just feeling like heaviness and something, or you're kind of having this conflicting information showing up in your mind, like it just doesn't feel like it's right, but there are a ton of people who are listening to this person, so maybe I need to listen to this person, but it doesn't feel safe for you to dive into that. I'll give an example. Let's talk about cult, right? When you're joining in, that I know a lot about cults, I'm just giving an example. When you're joining in, it feels good, it feels safe, they're welcoming and all of that, right? The information feels good, you're going to be part of a community and all of that. When does it become unsafe? It's when these people are telling you to do something that goes against your entire belief system, that goes against who you actually are, who you've known yourself to be. So again, remember, it's a very thin line between safe and comfort, because comfort gets you out of that zone and gets you tapping into a higher level of being. When it's unsafe, every single aspect of you just feels like it wants to run away from this information. What most people do is that they will give their power of discernment away to other people, meaning that they'll go to the comment section, they'll look at what people are saying about this person and all of that, and how famous this person is. Oh, he has 1 million or whatever followers tapping into it, so something about him must be right, or something about her must be right because they have this ton of followers and all of that. But it doesn't feel safe for you. It feels like the teachings are going against maybe things, and sometimes it's just inner knowing, like your spirit is trying to alert you, to tell you that tapping into this is not safe for us. It's not safe for what we're here to experience. But most people ignore that, again, because again, they let the society dictate to them what they're supposed to be tapping into. So again, we live in a crazy digital age where the amount of value that someone has to share depends on the number of people who are liking your posts, who are sharing your posts, who are subscribing to the channel and all of that. So the higher that number is, the more people listen to you, and the lower the number is, people just don't have value for you. Again, not gonna argue with that, okay, because this is the society we live in, sadly. But we've also seen cases of people who've had a ton, thousands and thousands of followers, only to find out later that this person was not guiding in the best way possible, had done certain things, abused the people who are following the person. Like, you've seen those cases. There's a ton of them online. So it could start out like the information felt safe, but the minute it just restricts your freedom, makes you feel disempowered, makes you feel any kind of despair or just unsafe. And again, Safe and unsafe is it's a very perspective, it depends on your perspective, right? So I can't tell you that this is how to tell you something is safe or unsafe, because again, we have different belief system, we have different ways of looking at the world. So what might feel safe for me might not be safe for you. Okay, because maybe for you, you have a history with being bullied by a certain kind of people. So whenever you're around those people, your inner system goes like, no, I'm in danger, right? But I might not have that kind of experience. So when I'm around the same kind of people who maybe bear the same similarity to people who bullied you, I won't have the same reaction. So for me, those people will feel safe because I don't have your history. But for you, it will feel unsafe because you have that history. You have that memory inside you. So again, we're all different. So just because certain people are saying that, oh, this is the most amazing teacher that has ever walked our planet, does not mean it's right for you. So does it feel safe for you? And again, safe is a matter of perspective. Okay? The third question you can ask yourself is, does it feel sacred? So what do I mean by sacred? So there are two ways of looking at this. So sacred, first of all, does it align to who I am and my belief system, which is what I was trying to tie in the part for safety with. Because if it's going against your authentic self-expression, you're feeling like you're having to pretend to be something that you're not. You're feeling like you have to do things that you feel like that are not actually representative of who you are, right? Let that go. It's not information that's meant for you. If it's going against your authentic self-expression and who you're meant to be, if it's not allowing you to just be yourself and be seen as yourself and be accepted as yourself, that is not information for you. The other way of looking at it is, does it feel sacred, in the sense that if it's only causing you all this and raising all these negative vibrations within you, then that's not sacred information. Because sacred information should help you. First of all, should empower you, never disempower you. So if you're tapping into information that seeks to disempower you and keep you stuck in places of fear and despair and anger and disappointment and all of that, like the current media we look at, the news cycle and all of that, which is constantly geared towards awakening those feelings of anger and hatred and judgment towards other people, that is not sacred information. Because sacred information should actually empower you, should fill you with hope, should fill you with faith, should fill you with love and something, should be awakening more of that and helping you see a potential, a future that maybe you could not have ever envisioned for yourself. So if it doesn't feel sacred, don't tap into it. It's that simple. So I'll repeat them again. If it doesn't feel simple, again, remember, maybe you're not in a space, vibrational element to that information. If you do your inner work, a couple of months later, years down the line, you might actually be able to understand that information. So if it doesn't feel simple currently, then that information is not for you at this very moment. Let it go. Don't tap into that. If it doesn't feel safe, if it's going against you, making you do things that just your entire system is just screaming at you, no, listen to that. Regardless of what the society is telling you to believe in, regardless of who the people around you are telling you to tap into, I don't care. If it does not feel safe for you, again, safe is a matter of perspective. Don't listen to that information. Let it go. It's for those people who feel safe in that information, okay? And the third thing is, does it feel sacred? So if it's going against or making you have to hide your authentic self-expression, hide what you want to be or who you want to become and all of that, don't listen to that. If it's making you or awakening things and information and vibrations of anger, disappointment, all these negative vibrations, judgment, hatred, all of this, myself those three questions, if it does not meet the criteria, I let it go. That information is not for me. That teacher is not for me. Those teachings are not for me. Let it go. Tap into something that is more aligned with my inner truth. So that was my share for today. Let me know your comments in the comments down below, what you think about this and what you can actually add to this. How are you in particular navigating this digital age? Will these three questions help you in how you navigate that? And if not, if you have further ideas that you want to discuss, do leave your comments in the comment section down below, because you never know what you might actually say might touch someone else's, including me, life, and change my way of looking at the world. So share your views in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe and also click on the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any content I share out here. I did promise I was going to share at the end of this video the two modalities that I currently coach my clients with that can be a game changer in your healing, in your growth, in your transformational journey. So two modalities are, first of all, it's solar element. So solar element is all about helping you connect to your true identity. So again, digital age, everyone has formula for success and all of that. With solar element, we're actually helping you identify your unique path, how you are meant to navigate this world, how you are meant to create whatever kind of experiences and the kind of gifts that you are actually given to help you navigate this space, to help you create. Because again, if you're trying to do what everyone else is doing and not creating the same kind of results, guess what? Those paths are not aligned to you. With solar element, we're helping you truly get in touch with what your unique path is, who you actually are, who you were designed to be, helping you identify your unique gifts that so many people are not even aware that this is something that only they can bring to the world. Okay? And the other part of the reading is that we're going to help you, or I'm going to help you, actually determine what current choices, decisions, actions that you're taking that are blocking your ability to tap into your soul level gifts. So choices you're making in your everyday life, the people you're entertaining, the experiences you're entertaining that are blocking you from tapping into your full potential, tapping into the full essence of your soul and tapping into your soul level gifts. So we're going to be helping you identify the choices you're currently making right now. And then we're going to heal all of this. We're going to release all of this energetically with Akashic records, heal all of this, which eventually will actually impact your physical well-being. But the thing I tell my client is that the 3D world requires you to take new action. So once we do the energetic healing, now that you have awareness of who you are and what actions actually help you tap more into who you are, now going forward, as long as you have that awareness and you're living in alignment to that, you'll find that your ability to create more of what you want gets easier and easier as you go with life, as long as you stay true to your most authentic self-expression. The second modality is called quantum flow. So quantum flow is all about helping you release the pain, the trauma, the emotional wounds that you face all the way from birth. Sometimes even in your mother's womb. Because a lot of the imprints that we have, a lot of the programs that are running within our system, a lot of the belief systems that are within our unconscious mind, some of it doesn't even belong to us. It belongs to the caregivers who are around us, who in their way of operation just imprinted their way of being into us. So now all of a sudden we believe something to be true and it doesn't actually serve our highest level of being. So it's so with quantum flow, we're actually breaking down those belief systems, those programs, those patterns that are running within your nervous system, which is linked to your unconscious mind, that are affecting the way you show up in life. Okay? So most people, when they go towards their healing journey, they focus so much on working on their mind, which works, but it takes such a long time. With quantum flow, we're actually accelerating that because we're working on different areas of your life. So your physical, your mental, your emotional, your spiritual, your energetic well-being. We're going to be doing breathwork, sound and movement to help you target all of these different areas. And the more and more you do this practice, the more you get into release all that no longer serves you. If all of this sounds good, both solar element and quantum flow, and maybe you might be sitting here and thinking, but is it right for me? Is it in alignment? Will it actually help me with the kind of situation I'm going through? I'm going to invite you to book a discovery call with me. Just a 15 to probably 30 minutes call where I'm going to actually ask you a couple of questions just to help you see or help us determine whether these two modalities will be a good fit for you. So book a discovery call with me, ask whatever questions you might have for me, and hopefully I will get to serve you on the other side once you book a session with me. So for now, I'm sending you so much love and blessings and amazing week and month ahead. Bye for now.